Then speaking of new Criterions, we also picked up, that came in the mail earlier this week, the two new releases from Criterion, which is Paper Moon and The Shape of Water. I picked these up both on 4K, was super stoked. Pre-ordered these, got these for the 50% off sale. Amazon actually did price match these, so I got them at 50% off, which was fantastic. I actually went through, and if you haven't already, I personally went through and pre-ordered all the way up through January. A lot of the December titles are on 50% off still. And then the January titles, I know they're on sale. I don't know. I can't remember if I got them 50% off or if they were just a good percentage off. I know February is now available to pre-order. However, Amazon is not offering a discount yet. Criterion has them for like $10 off. So I'm waiting for the February pre-orders before I pre-order them to see who's going to have the better deal. But this is what's new this week from Criterion. First up is Guillermo del Toro's The Shape of Water. Fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, my elevator pitch, Creature from the Black Lagoon meets a love story, and it was just fantastic. Like, if you haven't seen it, definitely check that out. Next up is Paper Moon. This one I don't know that much about, actually. Never seen it. This is a blind buy. This is spy number 1241. I picked this up simply because it is the newest title in the collection and one in which I need to continue on the collection. It's starring Ryan and Tatum O'Neal, a father-daughter duo, which actually won Tatum O'Neal her Oscar, making her the youngest Oscar winner ever at the time of this film. I also went to my local video store and a flea market today, which were having Black Friday sales, and picked up a slew of new titles. First up, I got The Power of the Dog. Got The Power of the Dog brand new on Blu-ray. This one is a Netflix film that came out. I've actually never seen this one. I definitely have to watch this, though. This is one of the films that came out through Criterion with Netflix's deal they have with Criterion when they have their physical releases through Criterion, which I'm actually a big fan of. The next one up is The Four Feathers. I got this one on Blu-ray, $15 mark. Got 20% off, so that was a pretty good deal. I usually say anything $20 or less for a Blu-ray is a pretty good deal new. Used, a little kind of high, simply because usually, not always, you can get the Blu-ray on a 50% off sale for about $20. So they get The Four Feathers. Again, this is a completely blind buy for me. This is spy number 583. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out. And then I also picked up today Crash, which is used. I did spend $20 on it. A little more than I normally would. Again, I did get it for 20% off, so really I only spent $18 on it. But I think the best price I've seen this at, even on a 50% off sale, is I think $25. So that's not a terrible deal. And I actually have seen Crash once, and it definitely has Cronenberg written all over it. Very, very strange film. One that I actually am looking forward to revisiting and talking about on the podcast. The next one up is Chimes at Midnight. This is a Orson Welles film. Don't know too much about it. Again, another blind buy. This is spy number 830. Again, $15 new on DVD. With the 20% off, paid roughly $12.50 for it, so that's a good deal. This film I got from the flea market is The Last Days of Disco. Another new DVD for $15 with a 20% off sale. Got for $12.50. Not a terrible buy. So there was definitely some good prices on these. Again, usually I wouldn't spend $15 on a DVD, but with the 20% off sale and it being only like $12.50 a piece, that's actually not a bad deal for those. Because some DVDs you can get on Amazon. Like I just ordered one on Amazon like 2 days ago. And I got it for like $12.50, which is a really good deal. I don't know, I think I spent $13. It was $13.50 with the 50% off sale, which is a good deal. They don't have a Blu-ray for it. Some of the movies they do have Blu-rays for, I'll still buy the DVD if it's a good price, because as you know, Criterions are very expensive, and sometimes if it's a film I've never seen before, and one I might only watch once, I'm not gonna fork up an extra $30 to get the Blu-ray when I get the DVD for a fraction of the price. Now, I'm not saying I buy it new. Like, a lot of times when you buy a new DVD, general rule of thumb is I don't do that because, again, $15 retail price. Blu-rays generally, on a 50% off sale, you get for $20. So for an extra $5, I go with the Blu-ray. did pick these up just because I just had to pick up. Like I just had like an itch I had to scratch. That's why I got those. I also got another bag here full of some Criterions that I got today. I went a little crazy at my Criterions today. These I actually got for a really good price. These were all, again, 20% off. And I did not pay. These all sticker price, only $9.99, which is a fantastic deal for a Criterion DVD. Because even when you buy them at 50% off, generally the cheapest you're going to get a DVD is like $15. And so I essentially spent $8 a DVD today. And to get a Blu-ray counterpart would have cost me at least $20 or $25, depending upon the film. Some of these I don't even make in Blu-ray. So for that deal, I had to get. Well, I got quite a few here, as you can see. Well, first up is the Tin Drum. Again, another blind buy. Don't know much about it. This is spy number 234. And then this one I just picked up because I just love this cover art. It just reminds me of The Princess Bride. And I love The Princess Bride, although I actually do own The Princess Bride on Blu-ray and DVD. I have the anniversary edition. However, I don't have the Criterion edition yet. Still have to pick that up for the collection. This one's a 1952 film. It's a French film, actually. Again, don't know much about it. For $8, I had to pick it up. It just, that cover art really drew me in. This is spy number 451. Next film up I got is Early Summer. Again, another blind buy pretty much. This is spy number 240. The next one I got, I had a little more intention behind this buy, and that is Stagecoach, directed by John Ford. As soon as I seen directed by John Ford, I knew I had to pick this film up. Not because I'm a huge John Ford fan, but because my film professor's favorite director was John Ford. And I remember him talking so fondly about all of his films and really his career, and he would just give these lectures and talk about why he was his favorite filmmaker. So when I saw this for $9.99, I had to pick this up. I double checked, make sure I didn't have it. This is spy number 516, and I had to pick this up. I'm actually looking forward to watching this rather soon because I got to see I'm more interested in diving into John Ford because I want to see more of his films. So that's why I picked that one up. Really kind of stood out to me. The next one stood out to me simply because it was a film by Steve McQueen. The next two films I just kind of picked up just because, this was an Italian film. Don't know much about it. Again, another blind buy. Got spy number 556. Again, not really. Well, on disc 1 here, it actually says the Celebrate Film Foundation digital restoration created in consultation with the cinematographer and Martin Scorsese. So that's actually really interesting. The Film Foundation actually helped restore this film. I just noticed that when I was looking in the back here. Like I said, I didn't know much about this one. This was kind of another blind buy, along with my last film I got, which is, again, another blind buy. Again, that cover art really kind of stuck out to me, and I'm like, okay, that looks really interesting. I mean, let me see what it's about. And it's, again, another Italian film that definitely, I don't know why it stood out to me. There's just something about it that really stood out. It's just this cover art was really intriguing. Don't ask me why. It was just kind of intriguing to me. The whole point of, well, again, this is a Criterion Hall video, but another thing the reason why I kept the stickers on these prices is that I kind of want to show and kind of make a point that for those who are just starting their collection or are getting into more of the Criterion collection and trying to obtain more films from the Criterion collection, that you can actually find Criterion films for, I'm not going to say cheap, but decent prices. Ones that aren't, again, $10 for a DVD used is a little pricey, not going to lie. I mean, even, again, I'm one of those people who have that new used kind of stigma. I always look at every DVD or every movie I buy first. Movie, if it's DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, I'll buy it and I'll actually open it up. Look at the film, make sure the back of the disc isn't scratched. Make sure that, especially for the Criterions, that it has the booklet in there. And I'll kind of go through and do a quick judgment to see, is it looking like this is in good condition? I would say this is like new condition. So again, $10 for a DVD is kind of expensive, But when you look at the fact that it's a Criterion and these generally sell for $30 on DVD, usually $10 isn't a bad price. Again, not a great price. I'm not saying all these are like just cheap as dirt. They're not dollar thrift store buys, but you can find Criterion films for a decent price. And I think that's kind of something people don't know about. Because, like I said in previous video, I got my first Criterion probably 10 years into collecting, which is about 11 or 12 years ago now, maybe 13. And I'm pretty sure, well, my first tune I actually got for $7.50 was The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I got that from Walmart. But the first real Criterion I got, which actually had a case like this, Blu-ray cases that look like this, like the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which I believe is 805. Actually, no, I have to look see what the spine number is. The Blu-ray actually comes in a regular Blu-ray case. It doesn't have this thicker, more elevated or elegant, if you will, case. And I mean, the DVDs are pretty much a standard DVD case. It does have that clear case, so it does stand out from a regular DVD case. Even their older Criterions, as you can see here, you have the newer Criterion logo and the older, so you can kind of differentiate. Is this the original Criterion or is it a newer re-release? Again, which these cases, you can obviously see they're thicker. They're generally 2 disc sections. So again, they stand out and they're different. Now, for the longest time, I vaguely bought Criterions because of how expensive they were. And I bought a few here and there, but I never, and a couple times, again, I'm going to start buying Criterions. I want to start collecting Criterions. And I would buy a couple and then I was like, damn, that's too expensive. I can't keep buying this. But I never really looked hard. And especially now with the decline in physical media and becoming more of a niche, you can find physical media, especially even Criterions, for a lot better price. So I think that's kind of another reason why I kept the sticker price on here. Usually I take the stickers right off after I buy the movies. But I kind of want to show that you can buy Criterions for a fraction of the price that you'd find them online. And there are times you can find them online dirt cheap as well. I actually just got, maybe 2 weeks ago, the red, blue, and white trilogy for $14.99 plus tax. It was free shipping. So it ended up coming at about $17 with free shipping on eBay. One Blu-ray, pamphlets, discs look brand new. I looked up on Criterion's website, brand new, that sells for like $79.99. So that means even on a 50% off sale, the best price you're going to get is $40 for that box set. I picked it up for $17 with free shipping on eBay. And that, again, that's a rare occasion. I rarely ever see something that cheap on eBay for a Criterion. That's far and few between to get that good of a price. But it is there. But my whole point is you can, again, this is a very long rant. Whole point is you can find Criterions for a fraction of the price that you find them in stores or online. And you know what? You can, or when I say in stores, I mean like Barnes and Nobles. So we're going to sum this whole thing up by saying collecting Criterions can be very obtainable if you just, go to the right place. Look at thrift stores, look at used movie stores, look at flea markets, places like that, and you'll be able to find Criterions for a cheaper price than you see online. So with that being said, this is my Criterion update video. Moving forward, starting with next week, every week we will be posting about the new films that came out from Criterion. Like I said, I have everything pre-ordered up through January. Still waiting on February to see who has the better deals on that one. So with that being said, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and check us out on Criterion Corner, wherever you get your podcast.